Now this is a cool video. I'm going to show you how I built ultra light, super strong cabinets out of foam. Now I saw this original design from Jed's channel, and his link is Into the Mystery 13, and I'm going to put a link below since I've been following him forever now. Definitely check out that video for another look at how to make these cabinets, and in general his whole channel is full of good info and pretty entertaining videos. This is XPS foam from Home Depot. It's got super high insulation value since that's its intended purpose. I got several sheets for about $10 for a 4x8 foot sheet. What's cool is that there's no heavy saws required. You can cut this with a razor blade and also trim the edges smooth with one. Now I'm making two pieces in this video. I'm making the long cabinet slash desk and the cabinet to hold the fridge and the food. We're gonna put this together with screws and my favorite, Gorilla Glue. And then some screws too here. Wood screws work fine. For the desk cabinet, once it was fit to size, I cut the door holes in. Now the fridge and food cabinet. It's a lot thinner and a completely different design. Screws don't stick in here very well, so any place that you want to mount this or mount a hinge, we're going to glue a piece of wood that you can screw into. And this is the secret to the strength. The foam has compression strength, but not tensile strength. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Glydian Professional Gripper Primer Paint, that's kind of a tongue twister, And I got the gallon size because I just use so much of it. And what I'm going to do is paint in a fiberglass mesh screen. That's also kind of a tongue twister. Just the normal screen that you would use for screened in porches and things like that. Start with the corners like this. A small piece here will be a really strong reinforcement. Now we're going to cover the entire thing with the screen and then let it dry. As you can see, I went a little overboard with the size of the screens. I'd rather cover extra and then trim it later. And there's of course a lot of trimming. Now for the final part, the paper bag covering. It sounds like it would look dumb, but it actually provides a really interesting looking finish, and it's very simple. It takes normal Elmer's glue and water. Mix 2 parts water and 1 part glue. So I'm grabbing a big roll of builder's paper or grocery store paper bags. It all works the same. And just tear it up as small as you like, and then crinkle it up. Dip it in the glue, and then just plaster it around. Slather it all up. Now we're going to finish up the ceiling with a polyurethane paint. Now this does off-gas harmful chemicals. So make sure this dries out in the open for as long as the time before you live in the same room as it. And I'm talking days drying time. Like the longer, the better. You don't want to breathe it in. It will give you cancer. Here's a test I did. Test hinges with magnets to lock the doors in when I'm driving around to make sure nothing flies out. Spoilers, they are not strong enough at all. And then here is the same wood as the paneling to make the doors. It's the Luan. It's fantastic. I got it at Lowe's. It looks pretty decent if I do say so myself. Now here's a little bit of more spoilers. I don't end up using the long desk cabinet. This one. The doors are too big and they don't stay flush well enough. They kind of warped a little bit with humidity, and where I am in Florida there's a ton of humidity. So I made the open spaces, you can see in the picture, too big. It wasn't structurally strong enough and it warped a little bit. It wasn't enough to be awful, but it was enough that I considered my original design a failure. Now, you could make it a better design and it would work. I did not do that. I wasn't as skilled. So now what I did to fix that is in another video. So keep watching, like and subscribe. Oh yeah, behind the scenes, I am recording this in a Walmart parking lot. I am well on my way in the middle of my trip. I have been living in this van for about a month now, almost. And it's pretty great. I have a ton of footage and I'm just catching up to this old me building it, which was months ago, which is great.